Lucknow, the city of Nawabs, the Constantinople of India. This is an incredible city, 4 million people, and it's the capital of the Uttar Pradesh province. It's got a wonderful old town, so vibrant and full of life, but also huge areas of modernity. Come with me today, and I'm going to show you around this incredible city. Let's get started today off with a visit to the Jama Mosque in the old city. This building is absolutely incredible with its dual minarets, 3 domes. It's just such a distinctive style. Now, I'm not actually allowed to go in as a non-Muslim. I actually can't even go to the courtyard area, but still you can go around the side and get this amazing view of this incredible building. That's an absolutely beautiful building and a great way to start the day, but there's a lot of fantastic sights around this area. So let's go head on and see some more. And this slightly decrepit, rundown, but kind of atmosphere-filled square leads me to the next site. And this is the first big hitter tourist site of the day here. This is the Chota Imambada. So this was built in 1832 by the King Muhammad Ali Shah, and it now houses his tomb and that of his mother. There's this beautiful calligraphy on the walls and a real sense of calm and quiet in this square, with the honking of horns in the distance, of course. It's filled inside with incredible chandeliers hanging from the ceiling from around the world, incredible paintings of famous Islamic locations, and also reproductions. And outside, you see a really interesting thing. There's 2 replicas here at the Taj Mahal. But why is that? Well, Muhammad Ali Shah's daughter was actually the one buried in the Taj Mahal with her husband. Alright, let's head on now, because really, there is just so much to see here in Lucknow. And I come out of one beautiful but slightly decrepit looking square to a beautiful but slightly decrepit looking archway, into another beautiful huge square. Now this square has what is supposed to be the tallest clock tower in India. And coming out onto this square, we come across the Hussainabad clock tower. Now this was built in the 1800s, and supposedly it's the tallest in India. And also on this square, there's the Hussainabad picture gallery, also a little rundown, but supposedly in the past this was actually a summer palace. But this is the best reason to come up here. You got a lovely view, and again a little bit of peace from the streets below. A little fun fair next door there, and then more minarets and domes in the background, a sign of things to come.
Sir, excuse me, no.
So the picture gallery itself, not so much in there, and didn't really get much chance to look around it. I was told immediately in quite an aggressive way that I wasn't allowed my camera in there. Yeah, really quite aggressive, not very nice. So I just left there anyway, but the view's the best thing. So I'm going to walk on now to somewhere that should be really, really impressive. I'm looking forward to this one. This is really the big hitter of the day. Well, going for a bit of a walk now. I'm determined not to get around by rickshaw today. Done so much of that, and it's good to get some exercise, but it is also so hot. I think it's about 37 degrees right now, but at least the distances between the sites in this area are not too far. And this is really quite amazing. This beautiful but quite imposing structure on this busy intersection is called the Rumi Darwaza. Now this, it looks like a royal palace or something like that, but it's actually just a gateway, nothing more. Incredible, huh? Wow, this is really quite pretty around here. This doesn't feel like the India I've seen before. And that's the thing, it's such a diverse country. There's so much difference here, depending where you go. It's beautiful. And with that, it means that we're at our next site, the big one. And this is the big site in a city filled with amazing sights. Quite some security at the door. There's probably about 50 armed soldiers just looking after the front gates of this place. Incredible. So the camera certainly went away for that one. But this is it, the Bara Imambara. Wow, what a place. Amazing. Hardly even scratched the surface yet. Haven't even given my ticket in yet. Going through the second gate here. Wow. Look at that. That is incredible. This is still just an entrance courtyard or something? I don't know. So I was trying to get a guide there because of what's coming. It's actually quite a bargain, just 100 rupees. But no one really wants to deal with an English speaker on their own, so looks like I'm stuck on my own this time. Let's have a bit of a wander around and see what we see. Wow. Wow, this is grand. And this is what it's all about, the labyrinth. On the upper floors here, you've got loads of winding, interconnecting tunnels that you get completely lost in, and they lead to all these rooftop views. Something really special and unique. Okay, and it seems some of this is actually pitch black as well. I'm going to use a torch on my phone to try and get around. Wow, yeah, there's quite a few people in here as well. Sometimes it's hard to get past. Oh, and it's pitch black, so you've got to watch out for these steps too. Wow, I didn't quite expect this. Seems like probably a dead end this way. You go down, you stick on this path. I can just see down into the main hall here a little bit. Well, I'm not quite sure where I'm heading. So I must just be on the outside. Somehow I've got to get inside into the dark bits, I guess, to get higher up. I'm going to go on this basis. Higher is good, down is bad. Okay, I think I've found some steps heading upwards. Let's give this a try. Okay, definitely got up to a new level here. Okay, with my new friends here, I've also made it to the roof. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wow, and this is the roof of the world. I can't believe I made it up here. I actually cheated a bit because I followed another guide and group, but otherwise I'd still be lost, going through dark passageways. And would you look at this, it's incredible. Domes and spires everywhere. Loads of green, and yet the city stretching out as far as the eye can see. Wow, this is Lucknow. It's quite incredible. Okay, now let's get in the rickshaw and head to a different side of Lucknow's history, the Residency. Now this is mostly ruins and lovely gardens now, but it gives a great insight into some of the history of the British Raj. So what's the story anyway behind these beautiful old ruins and these perfectly manicured lawns? Well, this has a very interesting history. This was actually the location of the 1856 First War of Independence, and this is where the siege of Lucknow happened. A siege that lasted 147 days and cost thousands of lives. Aside from the maintenance of the place and the perfectly maintained lawns, it's basically been left how it was, with bullet holes riddling the buildings, even cannonball holes. Such a beautiful calm space now. A lovely park effectively where locals can come and relax away from the hustle and bustle and noise of the streets. With such a fascinating history. And welcome to Chowk, the heart of the old city. And of course, as expected, it's absolutely chaotic. It's full of people, full of noise, full of sights. Wherever you look, there's something going on. Wow. Let's just try going down one of these side streets for a little bit of peace and quiet past those crazy, crazy streets. At least a few less motorbikes and rickshaws and whatever else down here. The children begging on the main street back there is pretty fierce, but when you come down this side street, it's actually quite chilled. Aside from the constant stream of motorbikes giving a bit of the old honking, but really quite quiet, quieter and more relaxed than I expected around here. Wow, that street just seemed to go on forever, full of local shops. Now back to a main street again. I see a lot more traffic around here. Not quite sure where I am in relation to anything else, but might as well just get lost here. You can always find a way home. Wow, look at this building right here. It's just really beautiful, but so old and decrepit. Wow, with all the fruits on display, it's just so shockingly full of color, so vibrant, so noisy, so brash, so in your face, and completely apart to some of the other sides of the city. This city really has so much variety here. You compare the shopping around here to the modern malls you'll find in the modern side that we'll visit later. It's just a whole different world. This is really not what I expected from downtown Lucknow. It's a lot more chilled than I expected. I've been to a few Indian cities now, and this is really quite calm, relatively speaking, of course. When I got off the rickshaw, of course, that was busy, that was chaotic, that's what I expected. But then, just take a step back from that and it's completely different. And I think I pretty much come full circle, back to the chaotic streets of the centre. Well, I think now it's time to get out of here and get somewhere a little more chilled. Wow. So I've come out more towards the new side of the city to a Hindu temple called Hanumant Dham. As you can see, I've been prepared for the experience already, so let's go and take a look. Wow, what a beautiful calm space this is. So much busyness around, the honking on the streets, the crazy traffic, and you come into this tranquility and families just enjoying the space here. It's almost like a playground at the back with swings. It's absolutely beautiful here. Now it's time to really head over to the new side of the city, to the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Memorial Park, which I probably said wrong. Anyway, this place looks something quite unique. So this is the Memorial Park, whose name I will not try and say again. I would have liked to have shot some video coming in here, but the overzealous security you get on these places makes it a good idea just to put your camera away. I've been burnt by that too many times. Anyway, would you look at this place? What it lacks in green, it more than makes up for in just kind of weirdness. I really don't know what this is about. No idea. I've not done my research here. I just drove past this and I had to come here. Incidentally, if you know a little bit more about this, do let me know in the comments below. I'm sure there's a reason for all this. Would you look at this place? It's so strange. Wow, and coming up this way, there's all these huge elephant statues. Huh, there are loads of them. Would you look at those elephants? What on earth is up with this place? Bizarre. 25 cents it cost to get in here. Bargain. Huh. I don't get it. It's certainly not real, but it's kind of beautiful and weird. Okay, well that sheds a lot of light on why this park is here. So I just chatted to a couple of local guys within the building there. I didn't put it on camera because if I got my camera out there, I would have been told off, at best, probably ejected. So what they told me, the namesake of this park was actually a great man here. He wrote the Constitution for India after independence in 1947, and this park is a memorial to him. Now, what would be better than this crazy view from down here in this weird park, you ask? Well, up in this rather ugly building behind me, there's a sky bar. So there's a great view from up there. I'm going to look down on this park from a shady spot with a cool drink. Well, it seems that that rather ugly looking building that I was talking about turns out to be the fancy Marriott Hotel. So the Sky Bar is the hotel bar and swimming pool at the top. So I've cleaned myself up a bit, got rid of the paint from my head in the bathroom because I'm in a classy place now, so why not? And the view is just fantastic. What a lovely place to chill out at the end of the day. This really is the kind of affluent side of Lucknow now. You see from up here the view, so many trees, so much more open space, these big parks all around, more modern buildings. It's a completely different side to the old city. But the old city, of course, is just a part of it, and that is not all of India. That is just a part of India. This is also India, and this is also Lucknow. It's a really fantastic and beautiful city. And that was Lucknow. Now, I came to this city with really no expectations. I didn't know anything about it. I came here mainly because it was a convenient stop-off between Agra and Varanasi. But I learnt so much more. There's so much to this city. It's such a huge city, such a diverse city. There's so many sights here, there's so much to do. I wish I had spent double the time here. Of course, having the slightly dodgy stomach didn't really help. It set me back a bit, so I didn't get to see everything I wanted to, but at the same time, it's not so bad, so I still try to make the most of it. But some things I didn't do. Like trying the local biryani at a good biryani place, that supposedly is a really good thing to do. I wish I had been able to do that. I did actually have biryani on the first night, but maybe that was what caused the stomach upset. I don't know. It can happen anywhere here. It's one of those things. But in any case, I've really enjoyed this city and I would totally come back here. But tomorrow, I'm off to Varanasi. Now that's going to be a whole different thing.
If you crazy, he can make you cool. Want to see?
The holy city of India. This is going to be extremely interesting. I'm sure it's going to be some wild adventures. And meat and alcohol are actually forbidden. So that's going to be interesting. I'm fine to go without either, but tonight, cheers. Hope to see you next time, guys.